Let me now turn to His Excellency Mr. Saleumxay, Komasith. You played a significant role as the chair of LLDC group in having the Vientiane consensus endorsed by the 69th session of the Commission, which was, of course, the Asia-Pacific regional input to the global final review of the Almaty Program of Action, now scheduled for November 2014 in Vienna. What are your thoughts on the role of development cooperation, particularly in catalyzing infrastructure financing, which has been talked about, to turn landlocked developing countries into land-linked developed countries? So I would very much call on your thoughts on this, because this is a very important area. Over to you.
Thank you, Madam Executive Secretary. Well, I have to return to the basic, because the special needs and problem of landlocked developing countries cannot address only by the landlocked developing countries. This is basic, and I think this is well known for everybody. It requires two things. First, in order to address special needs and problem of landlocked developing countries, it requires cooperation from their transit neighbors. It is very important, because all goods, all trades would go through their transit neighbors. Secondly, it requires support from international community, that is development partners. Why? Some development partners are far away from landlocked developing countries and transit, which are in the sub-region or in the region. This is because many of landlocked developing countries are least developed countries, and at the same time, many transit neighbors are least developed countries. And least developed countries are put in a very difficult situation to help each other, especially in infrastructure development. Therefore, it requires development cooperation from development partners. Second thing which I would like to address here is what kind of development cooperation do we need as a landlocked developing countries? I think implementation of Almaty Program of Actions has already demonstrated how and what kind of development cooperation. We have 5 priority areas there that need support from international community. However, a lot has been done, a lot has been achieved, but still many things needs to be enhanced, needs to be accelerated in order to address the special needs and problem of landlocked developing countries. Therefore, what kind of development cooperation we need? We need, I would like to stress, general partnership, commitment from international community. Because unless we have that, we would not be able to address the needs of landlocked developing countries. I just want to compare one statistic. For one container to transport from landlocked developing countries to final destination, to the world market, it spends $3,000, whereas transit neighbors or transit developing countries spend only 50% of that. If any landlocked developing countries spend 10% of their goods, of their earning from their goods in international markets, other would not spend that amount of money. So I think that's a general partnership in development cooperation would be crucial, especially in the area of infrastructure development, meaning address the infrastructure development gap within landlocked developing countries and transit neighbors. Another thing which I would like to raise here is regional cooperation and connectivity, which is crucial because landlocked developing countries are located in different continents and have different specificity. For our region, we are in a fortunate situations than other landlocked developing countries in Africa. For instance, in Asia, we have, like for instance, in Laos, we are working under the Greater Mekong sub-regions in order to improve infrastructure development, road, transport system. And we also have working under the ASEAN community, which next year ASEAN would declare ASEAN Economic Community. So infrastructure development has been a priority for us. Therefore, I think as a landlocked developing countries, to turn from a landlocked into a landlink, that would benefit not only landlocked developing countries, but also benefit the region as a whole. So, in order to achieve this goal, I think it is important that investment from private sectors or public sectors should be enhanced. And we understand that investment in landlocked developing countries is not so attractive to private investor. Therefore, in this context, it is important that a funding or a special fund for infrastructure development for landlocked developing countries should be established in order to sensitize the investors to invest in landlocked developing countries. Thank you, Madam.